to order with the flag salute.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to welcome all our guests this evening. Thank you for being here, and doesn't look like there's any need for interpretation. Carmela, muchas gracias. Well, moving on to item A3, I'll entertain a motion to approve this evening's agenda. Motion been made by Director Mike Garza to approve this evening's agenda.
Second.
Second by Director Hilmes. Any discussion?
Aye.
Motion carries 3-0. Moving on to item B1, citizens request to speak. Dr. Hurst, is there anything? Moving on to item C1, I'll entertain a motion to approve consent agenda for this evening.
I move to approve the consent agenda.
Motion's been made by Director Hilmes to approve consent agenda. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second by Director Mike Garza. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries 3-0. Moving on to director discussions, item C2. And Kiara, do you have a report today?
No.
Okay.
No, but I
That's fine.
did about the kind of food backpack idea that I had
Okay.
over.
Yeah.
I talked to Ms. Taft today just to kind of get an idea of where I need to go with that. So I kind of started working on that. And then we just kind of said that we had a person who kind of was in charge of, I kind of need to want to know where I would be directly. I don't know who I'm directly given like these to. So like I know I need to gather everything and I know how to do that. But the baskets or backpacks would need to go. Could I talk to or get in contact with the person? If you guys would have that information.
Who the contact person will be?
Mike Burial.
Mike?
Burial.
Okay.
So if you can get a hold of
Mhm.
Mike, that would be great.
Okay. Yeah, that was a question I had.
Okay.
Thank you.
I know that I have two people that have confirmed that they are interested in, or two board members that are interested, in going to the National School Board Directors Conference in Denver. And so that is still out there. If anyone else is interested, please let me know as soon as possible so that we can get registered. I think the names that have been given to me to Sandra so that she could begin registration.
So we talked about doing maybe splitting the board and half of them going to the NSBA and the other half going to board policy governance training
In San Diego.
in San Diego. What are the dates for San Diego?
So I believe San Diego is middle of June. Denver is end of March. So
Who were the two that?
right now, Mike and I are going to Denver, and possibly Director Simmons. I know Tony was interested in the policy governance.
Well, maybe I need to talk to Director Simmons and Ashton, and maybe between the three of us we can figure out which ones.
So let me know as soon as possible, and then I'll let Sandra know as well. Is there any comment? I know we have to discuss our feelings. Does anyone have any comment or questions about our conference?
Comment is, and I know Tony, Director Ashton sent out a couple different emails, but one of them I still want to do the view from the WASDA. I'm not sure if one of these or the path to it. I didn't check them all, but I would still like to have all the board members and Dr. Hurst.
He did send that, but when I tried to open it, it wouldn't let me.
You know, it's easy enough to get to. So
So I don't know. Did you receive that as well? Okay, perfect. Comment?
Yeah, it was just jam-packed conference. One of the breakouts that stuck with me was Tacoma School District and telling our story and just our utilization of social media. And I guess Othello School District, perhaps our lack of it right now, not using it to its fullest potential. Pros and cons to it. If we're gonna, people are gonna know about the positive things going on. It's gonna be because we put them out there. The negative things, they're told to us, not necessarily that we need to put them out there. So we need to be open to those things happening. But just the way that from Twitter to Instagram, Facebook, you name it. I mean, I didn't take all the acronyms, the YOLOs, the BOLOs, and whatever's out there. It's just, it was astonishing to see the amount of social media that they utilize and how that has helped the district, not only with recognition, but building partnerships with corporations. And Tacoma's a lot bigger, of course, but there's a lot that I took out from that. And just every breakout that we attended, I think, like when we had our get together there on Friday night, there's a lot of stuff that we can continue working on. We started working on some of the stuff. Just a great conference to attend.
Yeah, and just to agree, all I'm doing is agreeing with you. I think the more information, the more positive things, because the negative gets out there before we even know about it, but it's the positives that we need to get out there and promote, and the kudos to certain people and what they do, and the teachers and the time and effort that they spend. I think that's, and I know Dr. Hurst is a tech guy, so.
I thought that after the third day of the conference, when we all got together, I was very impressed with our student representatives. They took great notes, and I think they're working on creating a policy, I think, that will come to the board for approval. And so that I look forward to that. And I think there was lots of suggestions from other board members about policy changes. And so anytime that we can come away from a conference and bring something back to our district that'll improve our district, I think it's a great conference. And so I think it was good. I was very impressed with the sessions, seminars, and so look forward to see what comes out of that soon. So that's all we have for under director discussions, and so we're going to move on to item C3, and I believe there is nothing to report. Okay. So moving on to item D1, assurance of organizational performance. The suggestion to the board members. I know D1, D2, and D4 are all ELs, or actually two of them are ELs. One is a GP. They are all no comments and no exceptions. And so if it's okay with the board, I'd like to just move on to D3, which is ends 2. Is that something that you guys are okay with? Okay. And so we D3 ends 2, I believe, was the only survey monkey that we had that had comments. And so as I am very well aware that many of these comments were made by board members that are not present, my suggestion is that we keep ends 2 in assurance of organizational performance until the next board meeting, so that they could also clarify their comments.
Yes.
In case there's any one of us that want to change our answer. So is that something that you guys are okay with?
Yeah, actually, especially this one, because there's a lot of comments and there's a lot of not in compliance, and I think it'd be best if all the board members are here. 'Cause I have some questions about some of the comments myself. So.
Okay. Well, we'll do that then. We'll leave ends 2 in performance or assurance of organizational performance. EL 14, EL 17, and GP 13 will move on in compliance with no exceptions, no comments. All right, moving on to item E. There is nothing under policy review. We also have absolutely no need for executive session this board meeting. So we are quickly moving on here. I love it. Item G1, announcements. And so I'm waiting for the internet to work here so that announcements can pop up. I know that the one announcement is that we have our Wahidas visit. I believe, yes, it's December 6th, so make sure that you note that in your calendars. December 6th at Wahidas Elementary School at 7:30 a.m. The agenda has been added. We will be meeting with Wahidas staff from 7:30 to 7:55, and then we will have breakfast with parents from 8 to 8:30, then visit with students, then we'll review some data with the building administrators, and then do our classroom visits. And so looks like a good agenda, and we'll see you guys there 7:30 a.m. December 6th. I believe that is the only announcement that we have.
Just, I don't know if this is under announcements, but I see that we finally opened up 14th Avenue in front of Wahidas.
Yes.
And looks nice. It's good to be able to drive through there and actually get to the school without having to go follow some detours.
So I did speak with Assistant Superintendent Willis about the stop signs that were taken out of in front of Scootney Elementary. And it sounds to me like they're permanent, right? It's going to stay that way. So could you just quickly comment what the city said, Gina?
Okay, microphone challenge. So I was at the city council meeting at 6:30 this evening for a quick citizen input, and Wade Ferris talked to me. He actually was responding to an email I sent last week because I had several people asking about the 2 stop signs north and south on 14th, and he indicated that they were not required to put them back up, and they originally just reminded me that what they were originally put up to help mitigate the congestion there on Cemetery, Ash, and 14th, right in front of Scootney, before and after school. And the city believes that with the expansion, the additional lanes, that will take care of congestion that'll happen after school. So I think maybe time will tell, but at this point, they're not going to go back up.
So that recommendation was part of our traffic study done that the city requested us to do, but they're removing them without doing an additional traffic study.
I'm not sure what's backing the reason for not putting them back up.
And are they going to paint crosswalks at Wahidas across 14th? Do you know?
I will follow up with that.
Because I noticed that there are no crosswalk designations across 14th.
I'll follow up with both of those questions.
Nice, Gina. Okay, moving on to item G2, Board Assessment of Meeting, Director Hilmes.
Okay, there's 3 of us. You went so fast, I'm trying to play catch up here. Okay, if I got the right form. General meeting behavior. Number 1, the agenda was well planned to focus on the real work of the board. Commendable. The board followed its agenda and did not get sidetracked. Commendable. The board's deliberation decision-making process were public. We didn't do any. Fish was balanced. Commendable. Members listened attentively. Commendable. Is this the right form?
I believe so, yes.
Governance principles review. Board policy. Yes. Board reviews policy about each topic. We did not. That was not applicable. We did not write in writing additional policies. We did not write in the additional policy. The board chair helps the board efficiently conduct this meeting. This is probably going to set a record tonight. So yes, the board supports the superintendent. There was no invitation tonight, so that's not applicable. So overall, a 5, commendable. That is the end of the self-assessment.
Sure you email that to Sandra so that she can download that for consent agenda.
Let me if I get there.
Item G3, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn this meeting. Motion's been made by Director Mike Garza to adjourn. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second by Director Hilmes. Are adjourned. Thank you. Here you go.
Yes.
Love it.